Hello all of you, I am Sarita Yadav and today I am presenting a short speech on parts of a flower. So first, what is a flower? The flower is a delicate and highly specialized part of the shoot system. It contains all the reproductive parts. A flower may be found single or in clusters. Some flowers are very attractive and scented and some are tiny and unnoticeable. A flower usually stays only for a short time and then it develops into a fruit. The fruit bears seeds which on planting in the soil produce new plants. This is the flower. Okay, now see this diagram here. Here showing the parts of the flower. First diagram. The stalk of the flower is called pedicel and the uppermost swollen part of the pedicel is called the thalamus. The green petals-like growth coming out of the thalamus are sepals. This part is sepals. See this. The sepals enclose and protect the flowers when it is a bud. Sepals make the first and outermost whorl called calyx. Next to sepals, the colored part. Look at this, the colored part. Okay. Petals grows in a circle. Petals are generally attractive and beautiful, which may be fragrant. Petals make the next inner whorl called corolla. Okay. This colorful part is called petals and this makes the next inner whorl called corolla. First whorl is calyx and second whorl is corolla. Okay. Within the petals, there are long, thin, needle-like structures called stamen. This is the stamen. See here, this part. Okay, this part is stamen. Okay, these are the male part of the flower. The long, thin portion of the stamen is called filament. This long thin portion of the stamen is called filament, while the swollen tips is called anther. This part, this tip is called anther. Each lobe of anther has a pair of sacs inside which produce powdery pollens called pollen grains. And this is the male part of the flower. Okay, the stamen is the male part of the flower. In the center of the flower, a flask-shaped structure is attached to the thalamus. It is called pistil or carpel. This is the pistil or carpel. See here. Pistil is the female part of the flower. The swollen base of the pistil is called the ovary. See this. This swollen part of the pistil is called ovary. The long thin tube-like part of the pistil is called style. This part is called style. This swollen part is ovary and this part is called style. And the swollen and sticky tip of the pistil is called stigma. This is the swollen and sticky tip of the pistil is called stigma. The stigma traps the pollen grains and fall on it. Ovary contains one or many small egg-like structures called the ovules. See this? Many small structures is called ovules. Later, ovary develops into a fruit and its ovules develop into seeds. So, these all are the parts of the flowers. First pedicel, then thalamus, then sepals which makes the first whorl, calyx, and then petals which make the innermost whorl is called corolla. Then stamen, the male part of the flower which contains filament and anther, and then pistil, the female part of the flower and which contains ovary, style and stigma. Okay, anther contains the pollen grains. Okay, now come to the point, types of flowers. There is a great variety of flowers on different plants. They may differ in shape, size, color and fragrance. One thing is common with all the flowers, that they bear sepals, petals and reproductive parts. The flowers in which both stamens and pistils are present are called the bisexual and hermaphrodite flower. Okay, see here. This is the bisexual flower, contains both the male and female part of the flower. Okay, this is the bisexual flower. And in some plants, the flower bears only one reproductive organ, male or female. Here only male part and here only female part. Such flowers are called unisexual or monosexual plant. The male flowers bears only the stamens and the female flowers bears only the carpel on them. In this case, the male flowers are called staminate while female flowers are called pistillate flowers. Okay. Next, come to the point, what is pollination? The transfer of pollen grains from the anther of the flower to the stigma of the same flower or of another flower of the same kind is called pollination. See the picture. This is the pollination. Okay. The pollination may take place by wind, water, insects or animals. After pollination, the ovary swells up and changes into a fruit. The ovules changes into seeds which remain inside the fruit. So, there are two types of pollination occurs. First is self-pollination and second is cross-pollination. So, what is self-pollination and cross-pollination? Pollination which takes place within the same flower or between two flowers of the same plant is called self-pollination. Okay, see the picture. This is self-pollination. Now, second, cross-pollination. Pollination which takes place between two flowers present on two different plants of the same species is called cross-pollination. So, there are the two types of pollination, self-pollination and cross-pollination. Okay? And we know that all plants are immobile. It is not possible for a male plant to move towards a female flower to pollinate it. Even when the flower has both the male and female reproductive parts, it requires some external agency for the pollen grains to fall in stigma. So, winds, insects, waters and animals are some external agents which facilitate pollination, and these agents are called pollinators. Here the picture. These insects help to pollinate the flowers. Okay, so this agent is called a pollinator. This insect behaves like a pollinator. Okay. Now, thank you.